Hey everybody. Hey there. Hey replay people. I heart you. Peekaboo. I heart each of you. Hi live people. I heart each of you. Welcome to the Midday Moment. The Midday Moment is the place where we expect great things. If this is your first time joining us, I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. So we expect great things in the Midday Moment, not because we ignore the questions of our day, not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we're fully human and fully divine. And our fully human selves, we got some stuff, y'all. And in our fully divine selves, we've got answers. Yes. So the Midday Moment is designed to help you tap into your divine. When you tap into your divine, you tap into your peace, you tap into your joy, you tap into your hope, you tap into your faith, you tap into your sense of resilience, you tap into your greatness, you tap into your potential, you tap into your possibilities. And so we're here to support all of that tapping. And we are not by ourselves. We are part of a larger network called Kingdom. And Kingdom has a menu of inspirations for you. So we invite you to take a moment and scroll through our Midday Moment page here. If you're watching on somebody else's page, you can come over to the Midday Moment page, scroll through the menu, and you'll see our commercials for our variations of inspiration. So we invite you to partake in that. All right? Don't be left out. You ain't got to be left out. You come on to the party. Come on to the inspirational party. Come on to the kingdom party. All right? Come on, y'all. OGs, it's time for the midday moment. It's time for the midday moment. Come on, y'all. It's time for the midday moment. Oh, it's time. I'm expecting great things, creating, and I'm creating great things, I'm expecting great things, I'm expecting great things. And where do you expect great things to show up? In my life. That's right. I'm expecting great things. I heart you. In my home. I'm expecting great things. All around. Background. All around. I'm expecting great things. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. You may not see, but I choose to believe. Them may not see, but I choose to believe. I believe in great things. Yeah. Everybody say thank you, theme song. Theme song says, you're quite welcome. All right, everybody, that's our theme song, Great Things by Priscilla Hilliard. Now, y'all know I like to put my own words and stuff, okay? And so, but you're free to pull that up and listen to it at any time, okay? All right, welcome to the Midday Moment, y'all. This is the place where we expect great things. And so, if you've been journeying with me, we are finishing up here. And listen, y'all, I got a confession to make. I received an email for our reading path this week so that I could be in alignment with all of my other Kotek affiliates, Kingdom affiliates. And I printed out the email. I glanced at it, printed it out so I could read it later with a few other emails. And I just replied, received. And I didn't catch up on those emails until I think yesterday. And I saw that some of my other folks, they've already started. Oh, wait, that's backwards. They've already started. And so the journey has begun. The preparation, surveying and making room for the keys, that has already begun. So the midday moment, we're going to catch up with everybody next week. So we're going to catch up with everybody next week, okay? It happens sometimes, all right? And so, Dr. Pulley said grace and mercy. All right. Make sure you extend grace and mercy to other people when you don't read their emails. Okay. All right. So I was just a little delayed in my reading. Okay. So we are going to do our last day 45. And those of you that are, again, a part of other Kingdom affiliates, then you've already perhaps started, and we will catch up and we will jump right on in on Monday with everybody else with keys to the kingdom. So remember the goal, we detox, throw away the trash so we can make room for our keys to peace, keys to hope, keys to good living, keys to abundant life, and that more abundantly. All right. So if you don't have your copy yet, individuals, a part of our various entities, may access physical copies with your local entity. Otherwise, you can email the author, Dr. Durrell R. Pulley. You can email him at doctorpulley. That's Dr. Pulley spelled out at gmail.com. Okay. So we're going to catch up. All right. That's a little confession for you. Okay. So day 45 in the book, it's titled, That's How You Will Know. I subtitled it after the Whitney Houston pop culture classic, How Will I Know? So, how will I know? How do I know when this relationship is profitable for me? How do I know the degree to it? Because I actually think all is profitable because it all contains lessons and blessings. But how do I know the degree to which this relationship perhaps is profitable? How do I know, is it time to stay? Is it time to further my friendship, my connection, my partnership with this person? Professionally, socially, or romantic. And the nugget in the reading today is, by their fruit you will recognize them. By the fruit you will know. And in the reading, it reminds us that when you're evaluating these different relationships, professionally, socially, and certainly intimately, that it's important to that your long term, your standing agreements be based on, are we saying the same thing? Okay. Can you read the words coming out of my mouth? Or my mouth, as we sometimes say before we get to the proper alliteration. And so it's really important to survey alignment. And so my Jones Jewels to you today, how do you know? How do you know whether or not to keep this relationship going? How do we know if we're gonna stay in business together? How do we know if we are if we are in partnership for the higher goal, for the higher aim? How do we know if we are both working together for Kingdom Keys? Because if we're not, I may be like, hey, what's up? Okay, see you later. But there are some folks I'm gonna say, no, come on over. We're gonna sit with this for a while. So how do we know that we are working on these keys together, that we are advancing together, that we are evolving together, and to what degree? Well, here are your Jones Jewel to know if we are saying the same thing. Number one, is this person speaking my heart? Can this person see my heart? Jones Jewel number one is my heart. Do you see my heart? Are you speaking contrary to my heart? Sometimes we're in conversation with people, and people may say things, and you're like, no, I don't vibe with that. Listen, you don't have to laugh at every joke. If the joke ain't funny, don't laugh at it. You don't have to laugh at the joke just to please the crowd. I remember hearing this Maya Angelou story again, talking about how do you know when relationships are in sync for you, or if it's time to say it has served its purpose. Are we going to continue? So, Jones Rule number one, are they speaking my heart? Are you speaking the same language? Meaning, number one, are you speaking my heart? So I remember this interview that I saw where Maya Angelou was talking about how she had a house party. And she had some different guests there. And Everybody had a little drink or whatever. And so she heard one of her house guests make a joke, and she walked over to the house guest. I think I've shared this before during the midday moment previously. She walked over to the house guest and said, "Is this your Coke? Is this your Coke? I'll walk you to the door." Because we don't do that here. We don't say those types of things here. We don't. So is this person speaking my heart? To the degree that they are speaking my heart, we're speaking the same language. It lets you know, okay, if more steps are going to be taken with this person. Yeah. I see you laughing. I know. And I love that story from Maya Angelou. She's like, "Is this your Coke?" I guess the person might have thought if she was going to ask, "Would you like a refill?" She said, "Is this your Coke?" I'll take that. Are you speaking my heart? I don't have to, I'm not obligated. I'm not obligated. I hear Dr. Rebecca Steele from Bethune-Cookman. We don't argue. I'm not obligated to be connected. I'm not obligated to do business and be in relationship, deep connections, romantically, professionally. So I'm not obligated if you're not speaking the language of my heart. So I don't have to laugh at every joke. Jones rule number 2, my gifts. Do you have an appreciation for what I bring to the table? I know that might sound a little self-centered, but honey, T.D. Jakes said people will treat you how you treat yourself. Do you value what I bring to the table? That is really important. I've said this before during the midday moment. A friend of mine, I asked his parents, what were some of the tips for. It seemed that they had a lot of peace. People can fool you now, okay? People can certainly fool you. You be thinking people got it going on, and next thing you know, the poo-poo hits the fan. But they seem to have just a great deal of peace in their relationship. And I asked them the question, and the one thing they said was, after all these years, we still say thank you. We still say thank you, meaning we don't take each other's presence, the gift of each other's presence. We don't take it for granted. He opened the door, or she opened the door, she scooted over, or, he walked by, or what have you, saying thank you. Do you appreciate my gifts, my presence, my very presence as a gift, and what I bring to the table as gifts? And if a person cannot appreciate your presence as a gift, or the gifts that come with you as a gift, they can't appreciate that. Oh, everybody do that. Oh, everybody. Oh, we already. Oh, we. I know some of that. No, but I am a unique, unrepeatable expression in the earth. And just as I honor your gifts, I have a requirement that I too am honored. And so, if we don't speak the same language in terms of the heart, if we don't have the same in terms of my heart, because I have these my heart, my gift. If we don't speak the same language in terms of my heart, we don't speak the same language in terms of my gifts, and we can't appreciate each other's gifts in this space, well, then I know. Then I know. My favorite movie is The Godfather. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. And there's a moment in here. Then you know. Then I know. Then I don't be so kind. Then I say what I must say. Then I know. Jones rule number 3. And so, how do we know the degree to which this connection will foster, will be sustained socially, professionally, romantically? Number 1, do we speak the same language of my heart? Number 2, do we both have an appreciation for my gifts? If I'm the only one that's appreciating my gifts and you're not, then I know. And Jones rule number 3, my purpose. Is there an awareness, gratitude, sensing of purpose? I think it was Miles Monroe who's been quoted that when you don't know the purpose of a thing, abuse is inevitable. And you can Google that, the gift of technology, and see who said that. But I think it was Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe. When you don't know the purpose of a thing, when you don't know the purpose of a situation, when you don't know the purpose of a relationship, when you don't know the purpose of a connection, abuse is inevitable. So I require that in these relationships, to the degree that we are in relationship, socially, professionally, and romantically, we got to have some understanding of purpose, mine and yours. I remember, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get ready to go. Okay, don't tell nobody. Shh, y'all don't tell nobody. Okay. I was entertaining a beautiful young gentleman when I lived in another city, and he worked in law enforcement. He was a police officer, and I can't remember if it was our second or third date. I think it was like second or third date, and I asked the question, if you won the lottery tomorrow, or whatever, just retired. I mean, you didn't have a need to work 9 to 5 for a paycheck. If that happens, when that happens, as that happens, whatever, as life unfolds, what is your desire? What is your heart's desire? What would you do? What would you do if you just didn't? You've heard that question posed before, because they tell you that helps you to kind of gather and collect some sensing about your purpose in the earth. So what would you do if you just didn't have to work? Like, if you ain't got to be here, what would you do? And he didn't have an answer. He didn't have an answer. I know. Maybe, someone, me or someone, can, help the survey for that answer, but I didn't feel called to do that. I didn't feel called. I just didn't. I didn't feel called. It's like, I just didn't feel called. So, needless to say, I didn't go out on another date. So I'm like, if you don't know purpose, yours nor mine, we don't have a sensing of that, abuse is inevitable. So, in this moment, I yet hold the consciousness of relationship for my life, a loving companion for my life, as we speak the same language of my heart, and I his heart.
Powering off.
We honor each other's presence as a gift, and honor each other's gifts, and honor purpose. And I'm good. I'll be 50 this year. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. But these are requirements. These are requirements. And they hold true in other lanes of relationship as well, socially, professionally, romantically, even with my family members. I do Thanksgiving and different things like that, but I don't do all my time with certain family members, because we got to have some heart, some understanding of heart language, some understanding of gift language, and some understanding of purpose language. And that is how you know. All right, y'all, I got to go. I love y'all. All right, those of you that were on in the beginning, you heard my confession while we were still, finishing up here. And my other kingdom citizens actually had started reading here. So you heard my confession. We'll jump in and pick up here with everybody else next week. I love y'all. Okay, I love you. Y'all be good to yourselves. Share. Uh, don't be stingy. If it was good and juicy to you, share it with somebody. You can send it in your inbox or whatever. And we'll see you back here next week. Okay. I heart each of you. I heart each of you. I heart each of you, right? Those of you that care to join me for Ladies Night, you can go over to my Facebook page for Ladies Night. It's every Thursday from 9 to 9:30, 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. It's only 30 minutes. So open invitation. You can go over there and see the info and hit me up if you care to join us for Ladies Night. Otherwise, I'll see everybody. Take care. I love you. I heart you. God bless you and God be you.